It's time to share with you the recipe we've been making all summer for our family and guests here at the Barbecue Lab. We call it Mexican street corn salad, and it's the perfect side dish for everything barbecue. You're gonna wanna make this one, so stick around. This dish is called many things if you search the web. Grilled esquites, elote in a bowl, elote salad, Mexican street corn off the cob, Mexican street corn salad. No matter what you call it, we call it delicious. And we've been making this side dish as a side for brisket, for tacos, pulled pork, and all kinds of things all summer long. It's become a favorite around our house, and we want to share it with you so you can put a smile on the face of anyone who steps in your backyard. So let's start with the ingredients that we're going to use today. The core of the recipe is 4 ears of sweet corn. Now it's fresh corn season right now in the Midwest, so you can get corn on the cob in about any market you walk into. Now, if you're watching this and it's out of season, you can use frozen corn or even canned corn, but it's absolutely the best when you use fresh corn on the cob. Now, there's also 1 fresh jalapeno to add a little bit of spice, 1/4 cup of red onion diced very small, 2 tablespoons of chopped cilantro. And if you're one of the small percentage of people that cilantro tastes like soap to you, you can always substitute in some parsley or just leave it out. But for me, I love the flavor that fresh cilantro brings to this dish. Now there's the juice of a lime, 1/3 cup of mayonnaise, and my personal favorite kind of mayo is Japanese mayo. So if you haven't tried that yet, be on the lookout for that, as it will take this dish to a whole new level. There's 1/3 cup of cotija cheese, which is really what makes elote pop. Now we're gonna add 1/4 teaspoon of smoked salt, 1/2 teaspoon of Tajín seasoning, 1/2 stick of butter, and some chili powder for garnish. Now today we're going to grill our corn on the American Renaissance 36-inch gas grill that we've installed in our outdoor kitchen. You can use any type of grill that you have, so a gas grill, pellet grill, charcoal grill, even a griddle would work for this. Now we're just looking to get a little bit of char on the outside of the corn and make sure that it's cooked. You could start by steaming the corn in their husks first, but we really like the direct fire method right over the flames. Now, while the grill is coming up to temperature, I'll go ahead and remove the husks and silk from the corn. Now, I personally like to remove as much silk as possible from the corn before we actually cook it, because there's nothing like that silk that's almost like dental floss being in the final product. So I try to get as much of that out as possible. Next, I'll dice up the red onion, and I like this to be a very fine dice. So you're getting a little bit of onion in every bite, but not pieces so large that my kids will notice them and try to pick them out. I keep onions pretty small around here so the kids actually eat them. Hashtag parenting tip. Now for the cilantro, I usually just go with a rough chop, so I won't go as small as the onions, but I don't want any long stems in here either. So I'll go ahead and pick the leaves off, give a rough chop through these, and that's good to go. For the cotija cheese, that's going to be grated or crumbled, whichever way that you prefer. I know Melissa likes crumbling it by hand, but you could grate it as well to get it extra fine. Now, if I were going to be taking the time to grate it, I'd use the smallest section of our box grater to get it down to that grated Parmesan cheese consistency that you get in the green bottle that you probably have in the fridge. Now the grill is up to good grilling temperature now, and I'm going to place the corn directly on the grate with the goal of getting some good color on the kernels. To help the corn cook through, I'm going to be basting the corn with butter throughout the cook, giving it some liquid and fat to coat the kernels and help them cook from top to bottom. I'm also going to take our jalapeno and put it directly on the hottest part of the grill. I want the outer skin of the jalapeno to get completely blackened, and then we're going to put it into a plastic bag and let it steam the papery skin off, so we're just left with the flesh of the pepper when we go to dice it. Now, I'll just turn the corn every couple of minutes to make sure that it's not burning, and the goal is to have both yellow and blackened kernels when it's done. This is exactly what I'm going for here, so it's time to take the corn off the grill and let it cool down before we cut it off the cob. The jalapeno is ready to steam, so off into the bag it goes for about 10 minutes. Now that the corn has had a bit of time to cool down, we're going to go ahead and take it off the cob. Traditionally, I set a small bowl upside down inside a large bowl, rest my cob of corn on the small bowl stand, and use a sharp knife to cut the kernels off the cob. But recently, Melissa got me a stripper. A corn stripper, that is. I'm going to give it a try today and see if that gets the job any better. To get the kernels off the cob, we just push the ear of corn through like so, and we're done. Easy as that. Wow, this thing works great. So I'll go ahead and put a link down in the description for this corn stripper because, man, I'm really impressed with how well this did. Now we'll just do the same with the rest of the corn, and then we'll be ready to work with the jalapeno. So we'll just take the jalapeno out of the bag, and you'll notice that the skin has bubbled up and separated from the flesh of the jalapeno. That's exactly what we're going for here. I'll just take my knife and scrape all the papery skin off the jalapeno, and we're ready to go. Now, if you want to leave the seeds and veins in the dish for a little more heat, go right ahead. Now, today I'm making this recipe for the family, so the seeds have to go or they just won't eat it. Now, I like to cut the jalapeno into strips and then dice it in a pretty small dice so it blends in with the onion. And now that the corn and the jalapeno are in the bowl, it's time for the rest of the ingredients. Smoked salt, tahini, mayo, the cotija cheese, cilantro, red onion, lime juice. We're going to stir everything to combine it, and then we're ready for the garnish. Now, before I hit it with the garnish though, this is where you need to taste it to double check the seasoning. Now, the things that I run through my head when I'm tasting something, like with this dish, is there enough lime? How's the salt? Does it taste balanced? Now, after I'm good with the seasoning, I like to sprinkle chili powder across the top for an elote style presentation, as well as hit it with a little bit of more cotija cheese and rough chopped cilantro with some red onion. Now, that is what I call Instagram worthy. Now, if you're looking for a barbecue side dish that will wow the crowd that you have gathered, you definitely need to make this one. Our full recipe is available on our website at thebarbecuelab.com, and I'll put a link in the description that will take you directly there where you can print this recipe out, rate it, send it to friends and family, and do all the things. Now, if outdoor cooking is your thing, please consider subscribing to the channel. We put out about 3 videos per week with recipes, techniques, and reviews of the latest and greatest products in outdoor cooking. So hit that subscribe button, and I can't wait to show you what's coming up. This channel exists to help you improve your outdoor cooking game so you feel comfortable and confident inviting family, friends, and neighbors over, making your backyard the only place they ever want to be. Now, if you're on social media, we'd love to get to know you on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, and Twitter, where we have a chance to show you more behind the scenes and a sneak peek into what's coming on the channel. So give us a follow on your favorite channel, and you'll be the first to know what's coming before anyone else. Now, this recipe was fun, and I hope you grab the ingredients next time you're at the store and give it a go. I'm David Gafford with the Barbecue Lab, and until next time, don't eat the same thing week in and week out. Change it up, try something new, and keep coming back for more ideas and recipes. We'll see you then.